Hi, I'm Kallie, and today I'd like to talk to you about centering and grounding. It's a phrase that a lot of people have begun to use and have some understanding about how that will benefit them. But my experience is that a lot of people are trying to get this concept to work from the head rather than actually understanding how to embody that concept of actually what you're doing is you're grounding and centering your energy. And there is a way that you can do that where it's an absolute embodiment and shifting in how you're holding your energy, which will create a very different change in how you begin to experience yourself, the world, your environment. As I said before, people try to do it from their head. It's a thought that they're trying to project and create, and it will fall short of what the real benefit really is. So I'd like to show you how to begin to do this so that you really begin to feel the benefit of it and the shift that it can make in your mind and in your body. I find this to be particularly helpful with people who experience a lot of anxiety. You can talk about anxiety forever. You can talk about where it came from, how it developed, how it manifests in their lives, why it shouldn't be there. You can even start to meditate and do stress management techniques, which are helpful. But what they don't typically get to is a real immediate here and now kind of response in a person and thus in their lives. So if you want to watch me do the exercise and then try it yourself, or do it right along with me, either way, doesn't matter. So let's do it right now. You want to begin by standing with your feet hip width apart, soft knees. So no locked knees. You're not tightening your lower limbs, your legs. You want to stand feet hip width apart, soft knees, and feel your feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, as if they're a foundation that you can let the rest of your body rest on. It would be very much like you were on a hanger. If you do a pelvic tilt, you just exaggerate the curve in your body and then bring your pelvis in so that your whole spine is aligned with the soft knees. And get that feeling like I'm just hanging on a hanger, like you're just letting yourself be there. And you'll find that spot where it's just comfortable. You feel like you could really stay there for a while. And then there's a midline inside us where there are 3 energy channels. Think about just letting your energy drop. It can be helpful if you bring your attention inside the center of the head. If you would draw a line back from here to here and across here to here where those 2 lines intersect. Try to envision that spot, draw your breath towards you, let it release from you, and then once you get your attention brought inside, you let that focal point drop down to just below your navel. You can even use your breath to draw the breath towards you and then send the breath down through the torso. And as you could even just think about your energy sinking like a bead would in a glass of oil. And you'll find once you get your energy centered down here, in the different Oriental traditions, they talk about this as the Dantian, a power center. It's where all the martial artists try to collect their energy and operate from. So you drop your energy and you'll know when you get it centered there, because you may have already noticed I've started to rock. And you'll rock back and forth on your feet. You're not making this happen. It happens as you center your energy. And as you just keep doing this, you want to make sure, of course, that you're stopping at the feet, at the toes and the heels. You're not letting yourself fall over. But in between, you're just along for the ride. You're just hanging out there. And it was a little bit of practice. Most people get this very quickly. Other people have to practice more. And the more you just allow it to happen, you'll start to feel a pull to one side or the other, and the body will start to move in an ellipse. That's when you really know that you've centered your energy. You know, there's a lot of talk now about getting in the vortex, getting into alignment. This is getting into alignment and getting into the vortex. And once you get that feeling of, this is how I really embody myself. You know, most people say, well, I want an out-of-body experience. Most of us need to try to learn how to climb back in our bodies and be present. This is really a foundation block for learning how to be present, how to use your power, and how to expand your consciousness in a way that is truly effective and healthy for you. What I found with people who have anxiety, if they really learn how to drop their energy and get it centered like this, and then ground it, you're letting it further flow down through the lower legs, out through the feet, like you're a tree trying to root. And if you're having a lot of trouble following the directions I'm giving you, you could even stand like this and imagine, feel what it would feel like to be one of those mighty dueling oaks that sends the roots wide into the ground. And you start to really feel what being inside here, grounded, feels like. It brings a sense of safety, security, and quietness that brings you right out of the head where anxiety gets created, and you bring all of your other body systems along for the ride and get your heart rate going and your breathing gets shallow and all of that. You can actually come out of that high anxiety state by doing this. Obviously, it's better to just practice this and get yourself used to feeling this way. What you're doing is learning how to hold your energy here. You're not going to be using this particular technique forever and ever. It's just a way for you to begin to learn how to sense your energy and be able to truly center and ground it. Now, another thing that very anxious people have a problem with is they're too far out of their body, so they're feeling other people's energy, and they're feeling the energy of the environment. They have poor boundaries. So they feel very sensitive and very much the victim to whatever's out there in the environment, whether it's noise or a crowd or whatever. And they may even say, well, I need better boundaries or I need stronger energy. But again, the thought is not going to get you there. You've got to come in and you've got to create this space from which you now have the ability, the capacity to be able to build that energy so that you've got a nice, resilient, not wall, but protective, dynamic web around you. So that's centering and grounding for real, not just thought. Practice it and see what it can do for you.